With the series of tournaments that we are in, it looks like ages since we last played our Premier League game. Guys, do you know that we last played our Premier League game on the 19th of this month? Sorry, of last month, that is February. And ever since the 19th till the, was it first? I think it was first. Till the 1st of March, we had not played any Premier League game. That's why you see the likes of Man City, Arsenal have gone ahead to play one more game than us. That's it. They've played 25 games, we've played 24 games. And by the time we play tomorrow, they would have played 2 more games ahead of us. That is Arsenal and Manchester City. But we last played our last Premier League game at Old Trafford. It was against Leicester City. We beat Leicester City by 3-0. Now, I think I've brought you up to speed, and now you know how long it has been since we last played our Premier League game. And now here we are going to Liverpool, a game that is the biggest rivalry in English football. If at all you never knew, better know that if you're a United fan, if they tell you losing to Liverpool and Man City, you'd rather lose to Man City and win against Liverpool. If at all you know, because Man City, however much they are into the same city with us, known as Manchester, they are nowhere near breaking our records. But Liverpool is just 1 trophy away from equaling our record league title wins to 20. They have 19, we're having 20. So it shows you how huge this rivalry is. But Rokan David is my name. United Matters channel is the YouTube channel. We are here to break this down. And obviously, when you look at the Premier League table, United is third. United is placed third onto this table. When you look at Liverpool, they are really trying to coming through and really closing down. They're having 39 points. We've both played 24 games, and United is having a 10-point difference between it and Liverpool. So what does that mean? This game is really serious, and we need to win it. Why? When you win this game of Liverpool, it puts us back into the title race. Why? Man City and Arsenal have not played Liverpool, and each and every day that passes by, Liverpool is just trying to bring back its players from injury, and they are becoming better. Do you know that in their last 4 Premier League games, they've not conceded a goal? So they are looking great. Konate is back, Virgil van Dijk is back, looking like they are fighting to go into the Champions League. I believe they are going to get the Champions League spot, but I think there is a gap that is there for us to go outside there at Anfield and get a win. It's very ridiculous, and I'm even ashamed to say it, but we last won at Liverpool or at Anfield 7 years ago. That is really too long, because for them, they've been coming at Manchester United, Old Trafford, and trounce us by 5-0, 4-0, 3-1, 2-1. So it's really ugly. And it's Erik ten Hag who stopped this by beating them at Old Trafford by 2-1 in our 3rd game of the season. So Liverpool is the game we should go all out and really win at all costs, because we are a better team than them. And I think this fighting spirit is back in these players. And the manager of Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp, has gone ahead to really respect the likes of Casemiro and very many others. I've seen him talk about Casemiro, talk about Sancho, and very many others. That shows that respect is back for Manchester United. Guys, when did you last remember us going away to play at Liverpool, or Liverpool coming to Old Trafford, when respect was highly commanded to the team? Now, we are coming to this team, into this game, when we are the better team, and Liverpool have gone ahead to acknowledge it. Even their manager, Jurgen Klopp, has really gone ahead to acknowledge that United is really one of those teams that is really trying to go to the next step, and we are a result machine. Do you know what it means when a manager of a team that you rival with calls you a result machine? You get? Very many games. Remember, we are the only team in England that was left in all 4 competitions. Now we are left in 3. After clinching the triumph or the victory of the Carabao Cup, we are left in 3. Premier League, FA Cup, and the UEFA Europa League. On Wednesday, we proceeded to the quarterfinal after knocking out West Ham. On Sunday, it is another battle. We need to win that game of football. As Ten Hag says, the most important game is the one we are really going to play next. Let's not cross the bridge before we reach it, and we shouldn't even look back at what really failed us. We should go ahead and really look at the game that is in front of us, and that is Liverpool. Now, let's go to the players that are really absent at Manchester United. Anton Martial, don't expect him to be here. Mason Greenwood, however much, he's back, but he has not yet been given green light to train with Manchester United. Then Donny van Beek out. Eriksson is out. You get Sancho and who? Sorry about that. Sancho and Luke Shaw are back. They missed out the game of West Ham and they are officially back. The rest of the squad, apart from those four I've mentioned, is back, are variable. De Gea, Dalot, Bissaka, Varane, Maguire, Lindelof, Lisandro Martinez, Luke Shaw, Malacia, Casemiro, Sabitzer, Freddy, Scott McTominay, Anthony, Sancho, Rashford, Weghorst, Garnacho, Marcus Rashford, name it. They are all available for this game against Liverpool. Now, for Liverpool, there are some players that you shouldn't expect to see into their squad on Sunday. First and foremost, Thiago Alcantara is out. Luis Diaz is out. Joe Gomez is out. Calvin Ramsey is out. Naby Keita, he'll need to be assessed, but he's not one of those players that I'm going to be afraid of. If at all you hear that list of the 5 players of Liverpool that are really out, Thiago Alcantara, Luis Diaz, Joe Gomez, Calvin Ramsey and Naby Keita, plus Arthur Melo, I think only 2 I fear. The only 2, that is Thiago Alcantara and Diaz, because they are really game changers. They are really game changers, and they would have been beneficial to the team of Liverpool if at all they are around. And I think they are just preparing them to be available for the game of Real Madrid next week on Wednesday. Now, I've given you the team news. Now, what else is left? It's all about bringing you the predicted starting 11 as we really break down how these battles are really going to be into this beautiful fixture that we had been long anticipating for. That's it. In the previous years, we couldn't anticipate playing Liverpool because we knew it was a better side, one of the best teams that was really tussling it out with City, season in, season out, and there is no way you could go all out to Anfield having high hopes of really winning the game of football. And for the very first time, I believe, we are going to Anfield and we feel like we deserve to win. And we are the better team, obviously under Erik ten Hag. Let's get into this and see how everything is going to man up at Anfield as Erik ten Hag has finally gone ahead to reveal to us the team news, and we know which players are really available and those that are not really available. We all know that Ten Hag is a disciple of the system 4-2-3-1, 4 defenders, a double pivot, 3 attacking midfielders, and 1 center forward. So let's get onto the pitch and see who Erik ten Hag is expected to pick into the game of football of United versus Liverpool. That's at Anfield. Now, after playing against Barcelona and the Carabao Cup, we played on Wednesday against West Ham and good changes were made. Harry Maguire and Lindelof came in for Varane and Lisandro Martinez. Malacia came in for Shaw. Scott McTominay came in for Casemiro. Sabitzer came in for Fred. Garnacho came in for Rashford. Those were the 6 changes he made when we are playing a side known as West Ham, and we knocked them out by 3-1. But we left it late, and that is one of the things I would like to see Erik ten Hag put a lot of emphasis on, that we should start early. Let's not give ourselves a huge job to do in the second half by letting Liverpool score us fast. We should find ourselves keeping clean sheets and obviously score against Liverpool. Let's play well in the first half. You get? Let's not ride onto that mantle that in the second half we always come back. We are at Anfield. It's not an easy stadium. They're having world-class players, and obviously they might find this game as one of those games that will help them revive their revive their belief that they can even go away at Madrid and make a very huge turnaround of that 5-2 result they really suffered at their stadium. So that's what I'm calling in for. So we expect lots of changes to be made, referring to the team that started against West Ham, and obviously the man that is unchangeable and out of that goal is David De Gea. He had close to 3 world-class saves he made while playing in Newcastle. In the game of West Ham, he did the same. He did 2 close stops and 1 sweep off the goal line. 3 world-class saves. That is David De Gea for you. And there is no way you tell me that there is another goalkeeper at United who is going to start in his position apart from him. I think he deserves it. He has worked for that position and no one deserves to take it. Right back, Dalot starting against Newcastle and West Ham. I believe this time around it's going to be Aaron Wan-Bissaka playing onto the right side of the right back, because we are playing away from home, safety first, and he has some good spells of going forward. To me, I believe he has really revived himself into the mind of Erik ten Hag, and that will be very surprising. It will be very surprising. It will be very surprising to me if at all this lad is sold in the summer. I believe he has proven to Erik ten Hag that I can really transform into a better player. With just 2-3 months of serious training and improvement and development, he's developing into a player that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer failed to get out of him. So he's going to be facing the likes of Darwin Núñez, Cody Gakpo. That's what he's going to be facing. And I think he has really went ahead to really put down and close down very many good left forwards that we've seen in the league. And obviously I expect Aaron Wan-Bissaka to put in a show and block them down. On the left side, Malacia starting against West Ham. Then Luke Shaw having returned. I believe he's going to start on the left side of the fullback of United, facing Mohamed Salah. It's not the first time he's facing him. This time round, he knows how to go ahead and really do with this player. I'm so happy for him to return, because Malacia has never been at Anfield. He doesn't know the fever. One time, I was told that Anfield is one of those stadiums where their fans come out and roar, cheer their players. You get? To an extent that even when Mikel Arteta was going to play Liverpool last season at Anfield, he had to bring the loudspeakers to put there the song of "We Will Never Walk Alone" that those fans really sing throughout the game, to really paint a picture to these Arsenal boys that this is what you are going to find in Anfield, all at Anfield, the atmosphere, to be not afraid. And when they went there, they swallowed 4. So it shows you that we need players who know what it means playing at Liverpool. Bissaka has ever played there. He knows it. Luke Shaw knows what it means playing at Liverpool. So I expect him to start ahead of this team. And going forward is good. Some perfect crosses, some good assists this season. Obviously, he also has some shots on target on him. So we expect experienced players to be playing onto that field of play. Although Malacia closed down Salah very well at Old Trafford, I believe it's going to be a different story altogether at Anfield, and the experienced Luke Shaw is needed. In the central defense, Maguire back to the bench, Lindelof back to the bench. We welcome the central defensive partnership that is the best in the league, according to me. That is Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane. Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane. Those are my men. When they are playing, I'm 100% sure that the best the other team can do, like Liverpool, they can score one past us. Like that. It's going to be hard for them to score against us, because I know we're going to be having Casemiro ahead of them and these 4 guys. We're having a very good team. I'm so much hopeful. I don't know why, guys. I'm anticipating that we are going to get 3 points out of Liverpool, out of Anfield. That's what I'm really feeling in me. And I don't know whether I'm just carried away, but I'm just feeling it. I'm just feeling the power, the vibe that we are getting a win from Liverpool. So, Lisandro Martinez played 45 minutes. No, he played 30 against West Ham. Varane played 3 minutes. And the manager is reserving him because he knows he's the glue to that back 4. He's the commander to that back 4. His communication with Lisandro Martinez has really taken us far. Their the way they complement, the way they really complement one another is out of this world. They've built what we call a watertight defense for Manchester United. And I believe David De Gea has gone ahead to keep, like, I think 10 or 11 clean sheets this season. Nick Pope is having the most number of clean sheets, 13. Aaron Ramsdale, 12. David De Gea is having 12. So I believe we are having one of the best defenders in the world. Now, in the central defensive midfield, no question about this man. This man, there is no question about him. Casemiro, the best CDM in the world. I repeat it, the best CDM in the world. Go on, research, bring your stats, put them together. He has passed the eye test, the acid test, even the stat test. He has passed it. If his goal against West Ham stood and he was not offside, he would have scored his sixth goal of the season. He has some good assists onto him. He's doing the defensive job very well, and the offensive job is also done very well. And he scores, most especially when the team is in need of him. Against Chelsea, he levels the game. Against Newcastle, he puts us ahead. There is a team we are playing in the Carabao Cup. He comes in through. He puts us ahead. He scores only important goals. Remember the game of Reading when he scored a brace? The game was 0-0, and guess who breaks the dreadlock? It's Casemiro. So in that midfield, don't talk about budgeting. Don't talk about Fabinho, unless otherwise he's going to have a bad day in office for the very first time ever since he came into Manchester United, of which I don't see it happening. How can Casemiro have a bad day in office when you're playing the biggest game in England, the biggest rivalry? He has been playing these games, Real Madrid versus Barcelona. He knows what to do. He did it again against Barcelona in the UEFA Europa League, put them down, knocked them out, sent them back to Catalonia. We are going to Liverpool for business, and Casemiro is going to do that business. Now, alongside him has to be a player to complete the double pivot. Is it Freddy or Sabitzer? Having gotten some minutes with Sabitzer in the game of Newcastle and the game of West Ham, there is a thought that maybe Ten Hag would bring in Sabitzer. But with how Fred has been performing, coming off the bench again and scoring a goal against West Ham, I think the manager is going to go with Fred Rodriguez. And Sabitzer will really partner Casemiro on Thursday when you're playing Real Betis at Old Trafford. Now, Fred Rodriguez comes in through to play into that position, but I know Sabitzer will come in and play part in that game. Though I believe Sabitzer is a better player than Freddy. The reason is these games are coming in quick and fast, and you cannot experiment. No experiments. A game of Liverpool, you don't experiment. It's our biggest game of the season. That's it. You don't experiment. You get? So I think Fred is going to be playing to that position. Then Bruno Fernandes, obviously in the central attack midfield, he has gotten back to where we deserve him to be. And we are having very many game winners. You look at how evenly our goals are distributed, you come to understanding that, it's not only Rashford. You know, very many people had a say that, how will United be without Rashford? If Rashford doesn't score, who's going to score for Manchester United? It was answered firstly in the game of Barcelona at Old Trafford. It was Freddy and Anthony. Then we went to the Carabao Cup finale. Who puts us ahead is Casemiro, and Rashford. Then, in the midweek against West Ham, it was Garnacho, an own goal, and Freddy. So, no Rashford there, and we are really doing great. So, Bruno Fernandes also trying to find himself on the score sheet and doing what he does best, putting in assists and dictating play. He has been talked about by the manager of Liverpool that he just shows up in a position you least expect him to be, meaning that he's unpredictable and is a very good player. I talked about Casemiro, Fred Rodriguez, Sancho, Rashford, and Bruno Fernandes. And way back, when did you ever hear a press conference of this manager, Jurgen Klopp, talking about many of our players? No way. That's it. So, I believe we are here at a very good stage, and this game comes in at a very right moment when we are having an edge over Liverpool. So Bruno is expected to play onto into the central attacking midfield area. Then there is a player known as Anthony, expected to start off the right attacking side of the midfield. He had a horrible game against West Ham, and I think there is the way he lifts himself up on big games. In big occasions, he has scored against Barcelona, Arsenal, Manchester City, and which other team? Arsenal, Barcelona, and Manchester City. He has scored against these big teams. And today we are playing Liverpool. The first time we played against them, he was not here. Today he's here, or this time he's here, and he has to lift up and rise up to the occasion. That is Anthony. And I think he might be a game decider, according to me, because there are players that are meant for big occasions like Anthony, and he has 6 or 7 goals in the season. Very good. He might find himself scoring 10, and I know he's going to surpass. He might even score like 15, because we are left with 14 games to go in the Premier League. We are having 2 games in the UEFA Europa League. Those are 16. We are having the FA Cup tie 17. So we are still having a lot of games to come ahead of us. We might play some 20 games. If you are to play the finale of the UEFA Europa League, that means you have to play 7 more games. That takes our tally to 21. If we are to play the final of the FA Cup, that means you are supposed to play a quarter-final, a semi-final, and a final. So we might be playing more 24 games before the end of the season. So that will act in favor of Anthony to score those goals. Then Rashford, obviously, starting off the bench against West Ham, coming in through. Obviously, is going to come in through and do the needful. Guess what? Wout Weghorst is another player that was talked about by Jurgen Klopp, and he said that he's a player, he's more of that player that is so much important to the team of Liverpool. So that is my predicted starting 11. I don't know what yours is, but I believe we are going to come in through and do the needful and take the win from Liverpool. I'm predicting 2-1 win for Manchester United. 3-1. We can win 1-0. We can win 2-0, 2-1, or 3-1, United. And I think the best Liverpool can do there is a draw. That's it. The best Liverpool can do there is a draw, according to me. That's it. That's my prediction. So I think we are winning this game of football. I see a win of United written all over this fixture, but these stats have been put out by Google, but they are not around. They happened when Erik ten Hag was not here. We've been told Liverpool are unbeaten in their last 6 home league fixtures against Manchester United. 3 wins, 3 draws since a 1-0 loss in January 2016. It's their longest run without defeat against the Red Devils at Anfield since the run of 1970 to 1971. That's what I've told you, that we last won there in 2016. 7 years now, we are not winning at Anfield. Then United have completed the Premier League double over Liverpool more than any other side. That means we've completed a double over Liverpool in a season 8 times and are looking to do so for the first time since 2015-2016, following their 2-1 win at Old Trafford in August. So we are really trying to go ahead and rewrite history and take the double to 9. If you are looking for a team to do a double on Liverpool in a Premier League season, we are United. 8 times we've done it, and I believe by Sunday, when the referee blows the last whistle or the last minute whistle, we will be walking away from Liverpool to Manchester with 3 points. Then we've been told Manchester United have scored just 1 goal in their last 7 away games against Liverpool in all competitions, failing to score in each of the last 3. Only once they have failed to score in 4 consecutive visits to Anfield, doing between 1988 and 1992. I think we are having goals with us. Barcelona conceded. We put 2 past Barcelona and 2 past Leeds. Teams have been playing away. We've been really scoring goals. And my faith comes in through that we went ahead and put 2 goals past Arsenal when Casemiro was not there. But he's here in the game of Liverpool, and we expect him to go in through and do the needful. So I expect us to really score goals and protect our goal so as to lift these points. Then this will be the 32nd time Premier League meeting between United and Liverpool on Sunday. the joint most played fixture on the day, level with Chelsea versus Liverpool. Liverpool are unbeaten in the last 7 such games. 3 wins, 4 draws, winning 5 at Old Trafford, winning 5-0 at Old Trafford in the most recent meeting in October 2021. You remember that very well. We looked bad, and that was the game we called for the sacking of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. They gave him a game of Man City, they gave him a game of Leicester City, they gave him more games that costed a season. Then the 5th and last starts head-to-head reads, United have lost just 1 of their last 11 Premier League games, winning 8 and drawing 2, going down 3-2 at Arsenal in January since the resumption of the competition following the World Cup break. No side has won more points than the Reds. Have you heard? We've won 23 points and we've only lost once to Arsenal, and you know why we lost. No Casemiro, no Anton Martial, putting 2 past Arsenal, and we lost that fixture. So guys, that's what is coming in through from Google and the start. So feel free to go in the comment section. Tell me your prediction. Who do you start? Who do you don't start in my predicted starting 11? Obviously, Rock and David remains my name, and I'm signing it out for now. See you later, and good night, good morning. That has been the match preview of Liverpool versus Manchester United. So, tomorrow, I'll go to Rokani Media Football and put there the predicted starting 11 of Liverpool and talk about more of the battles that we expect into that fixture. Guys, bye-bye for now. I'm closing the day with the Mason Greenwood story. Ciao, ciao.